Hello all, we are here for one more lesson of this VariCAD 2016 training course, and today we are going to see about title blocks. I will try to recreate all the process to work with the title blocks. And the first step to do is to create the 2D entities of the title block. So I will go to the 2D. I will make a very simple example without caring much about small details. It's interesting to see about the general concept, not worrying about the details at this moment. So let us make a rectangle with some measurements, and now just to be something a little more pretty, let us make some lines with a subdivision, something like that, and let us do one more line. Something like this, okay? So at this moment I will save my drawing and we'll call it something that identify you as a title block. I will call it simply CADsoft, okay? And save it. Okay, now I need to make the definition, the settings for the title blocks. And the first step is to go to the Objects menu. We can go either on the 2D or in the 3D, it's the same. We need to go to the Objects menu, Attributes and Title Blocks, and we need to come to this function here, Booms, Attributes and Title Block Settings. So we get this big dialog box that we've seen in our previous lesson about the attributes and each attribute in what format will be treated for exportation, title blocks or bills of materials, whatever, okay? So for now we will say title blocks definition here, and there is something that is missing for other title block, it doesn't matter. So I will just say new title block, give it a name. I can say whatever I want, CADsoft example, it doesn't matter. I can select it from a file or from 2D objects, let us say from 2D objects. The insertion point will be this one here, and the objects are these ones, and confirm when done, okay? And we can save it. It is done. Rewrite, yes. Sorry, I need to give it another name. Let's say A, no problem. So now I need to say what is the type of documents where we are going to use these title blocks. For documents without any reference assembly part, for assemblies, for part, or for all. Okay, I will say for all, it doesn't really matter at this moment. The insertion point, what is the corner that is going to be taken in account? So I give it in the lower right corner, I will keep it, and it will look in the format I have in my sheet. And from this corner I will give a small margin inside. So in terms of X I will say -5, in terms of Y I will say +5, because this is a little left, a little up, and we'll say OK, and it is done, and OK, very easy, okay? So the title block, it is done in terms of the configuration of it is called, and now I need to go to the attribute and say what are the attributes that are going to appear on the title blocks and where, okay? So I will assume the example here, and we have some of these attributes that are required always. I can use them all or not. It depends, because I can have some of these to be exported in other formats. So I will keep 3 or 4 of these to show you the example. And for example, let us start with the first one, the name. Right mouse click on top of the entry and say edit, and the process will be always the same. So whatever you have here, what you want to give it is display value in title blocks. Okay, then we need to go to the entry to our title block, CADsoft example, and say display it. Okay, you see it is now on. And define text location into the area. We can set also the attributes in terms of the height, the font, whatever it is. I will not care about this, but you can come here and say whatever you want. I think it's the least important. So just define the location, and for example, I must give as a reference always the insertion point first, and now, for example, for the name, put it here and do the OK. And the process will repeat on and on for all the things we want to give. So let us speed up this a little. So again, edit, title blocks, yes, in this one, display it. I will say the quantity, for example, here, and do the OK. The weight, the same, display in title blocks, define it, location. I'm doing this a little random, okay, but it's to show the process. Okay, you must do this for every attribute you want to insert. Date also. Display it, location, let's put a little below, and one more, for example, okay, the serial number, and display it, serial number, let's put it here, it doesn't matter, and just do the OK, save it, and it is done. Okay, so now let us use this information. We will create a new part. I will keep the same example as in the previous lesson, so a very simple solid. Okay, let me round these corners just to keep the example equal to the last one, and at this moment I will give the solid attributes as we've done before. So this one, and I need to give the name, or a red plate, quantity 1, okay, weight, I can calculate the mass. Okay, this one, the material, I don't know if it is still or not, but I really don't care about it. 2 October, okay, serial number for 5, I need to give this one, even that this one is not defined to appear in title block. Okay, so all of this is done. We can do now the assembly, part attributes, fill title blocks. So we get these and insert title block. So here you have our title blocks, okay. Then if we go here, let me check. I think I made the confirmation regarding, okay, it is done. So why? So fill title block, insertion point, it is here, and for some reason the attributes were not filled in, so we need to put them again or copy them from the solid. Okay, they are here, and fill title block, and it should be done. Okay, and here they are. I told you there is not too much care about this, but the important it is to have the informations on the places, and you get the confirmation in this dialog box. In any given moment we can change, for example, this and call it something else. Okay, this is not updated, but you can update title block, give the insertion point, and you see the name was updated again. Okay, so this is quite easy to understand, and to resume what we have done, it is define the title block configuration in place to be inserted. This is done once. You can have as many title blocks as you want, because sometimes we have different title blocks for different kinds of work or different customers. And when you make this definition all in the proper places, then when you are making your designs in 3D and you want to execute the projections for the 2D with a proper title block, then you just have to give the attributes, and everything is done automatically and properly updated if necessary. So I think the concept it's very easy, and you should make 1 or 2 examples to get the path to work with this, and I think you'll be okay. Anyway, again, repeating me once more, for any help please contact us. We are here, and for sure if needed we can help you.